Alright, the next step is I got buckets of rocks. I usually start out with the bigger ones, try to get the big flat rocks. I don't go over 3/4 of an inch. And then I got a medium size for the tables here, and then I have ones that are 1/4 inch, and I have some that are 1/8 of an inch. So the more you fill in the spaces there, the less epoxy you use. This is free. Epoxy is $70 a gallon. So, all right, I'll get back with you when I start throwing them on in. Alright, next step in the process is to get some resin. And the easiest way for me to do this is to pour. Let's see, I want to do it once. It's about right. I'm going to do this in, I usually do 1/4 inch layers. They recommend about 1/8 of an inch. But I've been using this long enough to know where that line is, or how much I can do and how much I can't do. Pretty good right there. Very important to make sure you get as close as you can. Otherwise you have some major issues and the stuff is too expensive to not do this right. And have a container here. Pour this in. Try to get as much as I can out of here. I might want to fast forward it. I don't know. Alright. Let's get on that. Go away. Get my leftover stir stick here from last time. same container I use over and over. Just make sure you flip it upside down to keep it clean. Just whatsoever doesn't come out, just hardens up on the bottom. Okay, it's only been a couple minutes. I reckon about 5 or 6 minutes, but I don't know if you can tell in there. It's milky, bubbly, cloudy. It's not crystal clear anymore. That lets me know that it's ready to pour. All the little bubbles floating around and stuff. I'm mixing up. So what I do next is just start over in the corner and don't want to pour too much at once here. I like to make sure I get enough the seed. Make sure all the corners and around the edges. The first coat, if there's any leaks, it'll help plug that up, and then I won't lose as much if I pour a bunch at a time. It's real slow going, so. Alright, the ones I get around the edge, pretty good. All I have to do is finish pouring the rest of the container. Like I said before, the more rocks you get in there, the less of this you have to use. And it's a whole lot cheaper. You can see it's cloudy, but I'll fix that here in a minute. Alright, we'll get back with you in a minute. This is just a slow process part here, just getting the rest of this to drip out. Alright, next step is getting all the bubbles out, get that milky area out. Don't worry about if there's spots that the epoxy is thicker than others. Over here I didn't pour quite as much. The important thing now is just getting the bubbles out, and don't touch the rocks at all. Some people would get in there, be tempted to maybe move that over, but get it next time. You gotta do a couple more layers anyways. And if you get some drops out here, which I did, a couple little spots, it doesn't matter. You're gonna go over it with a paintbrush. So here we go. So that's pretty much it. I might have to do it one more time. I got a little bit of white, a couple spots around here. Other than that, I think it's coming along pretty good, and it'll pop on its own too. If you're around this enough, you'll see bubbles come up, little air pockets in the rocks. They'll come up and pop. Every once in a while, as it's curing, it starts hards up. A bubble will come up out of somewhere that will make it part way up and freeze in time. It won't come up all the way and pop. Nothing you can do about that. So that's usually why they say to do little layers at a time. I take the chance, and usually it doesn't matter if there's a little bubble in there or not. Most people don't even see that. They're just looking at the pretty rocks. So, okay, until next time.